Think about your current living situation. Are you happy with it or not? Do you have enough money for the basic needs or maybe even luxuries? What do people do if they're in a tight situation with money? Sometimes it seems impossible to get out of the 9-to-5 hole you've dug yourself in. This is where Universal Basic Income, or UBI for short, comes in. This law ensures everyone in the country gets an equal amount of money each month. This can help families pay for basic needs like food, bills, and rent. So in turn, they can spend more on entertainment, or they can even save up more for vacations or trips. Although people may not all spend the money the same way, some not having any families to provide for, many may even use it as extra income to pay for their addictions to substances. In addition, another problem would be that UBI would not be equal between all countries that would like to place this system within their country. An example would be the US and Africa. Obviously, the US has a lot more disposable income to put this system in place compared to Africa. Although this system isn't perfect in the US because of the large loss of jobs in recent times, because of COVID and the rise of automation. Since it is estimated that over 1/4 of all the US jobs could be susceptible to automation.
Whatever game you're playing, it won't work. You can't defeat me.
No, I know. But he can.
The high unemployment would be aided by the UBI system to make sure that people do not get left in the dust with the economic shift, alongside helping the homeless get back on their feet to have equal opportunity for success in getting a job. UBI seems like a big improvement for poverty problems and a big development for the middle class, since most of the working class people are middle class. Helping them earn more will make them feel like they can spend more, boosting the economy. A study showed that if each person in the US was given $1,000 each month, it would actually raise the GDP by 12%. Alongside helping the welfare trap that people can be stuck in, where welfare programs promote a passive lifestyle. Since if you took that same $1,000 that you would get from UBI and changed it into welfare, if you earned even just $1 over what you get paid by your welfare system, you would lose the entire $1,000. Due to taxes on paychecks and transportations to your job, you may actually lose more from working than from not working. Then again, if UBI boosts the amount that all these people can spend by giving everyone money every month, that could cause inflation. Due to the standard of income being higher, prices for everyday products may increase. This could also affect how much we pay for taxes, since we'd have to fund UBI in some way. If we aren't careful, we might just make things worse by making the middle class and lower classes pay more taxes, assuming we don't put laws in place for taxing the rich further compared to the middle class, but that's another story entirely. Overall, UBI is a very confusing subject that still requires a lot more thought and planning before we can be put in place. Many believe that automation will eventually force UBI to be set in place to compensate for the large unemployment. But before we get to that point, we better hope we've tested it enough. But if it does work, it could be the most promising model to sustainably eliminate poverty. We just need to be careful about where we decide to get the funding for that sustainable UBI.